which camera I had on because the sun is so bright. So I'm going for a walk. I did not wear a jacket. I did pack some water because I'm feeling thirsty at the beginning of this. I've got Jesse, Luke, Coy, and Bo with me. So hopefully they'll stick around with me. Yeah, I don't have a jacket on, but I have my snowshoes on because the snow is melting. And I have no idea how deep it is. All I know is I don't want to struggle through any big snowdrifts. So I thought I would go to the, what am I thinking? The ravine. And see what it looks like up there because I haven't been there. Hi, Neil. I think I'm going to have a problem seeing the chat today just because it is so bright. Hi, Jovita. But I'll do my best. So here we go. And I can see I've got a drift to climb over right away. I'm going to try and tilt, if I remember. No, that's the wrong way. I don't remember. There we go. Just so I don't have to hold my gimbal so high. Already the dogs are stepping on my snowshoes. Hi, Cleveland. If I miss you guys saying hello, just say it again because it's really bright on the screen. Yeah. Hi, Handicap. And Daddy Dutch. I'm sure I'm going to get winded and have to take a break, and then I can look at who popped into chat. So I started early today. If I said I was going to start at 1, I thought, let's see if I can go for an hour and a half, maybe 2. I know I'll run into MT's time if I want to go for 2 hours because it's just a little afternoon, right? And look at these guys. I was like, how do you walk past that? This drift is about 3 feet tall here. But the snow is good for making snowballs, snowman. Hi, Beth. So Beth, answer, did you guys receive the t-shirt yet? Because I was thinking of a solution. If spring is going to be funny with ordering merch, I'm going to create the exact same t-shirt in Bonfire and reorder it for you. Oh boy. So that's how the dogs are breaking through the snow. Have not. All right, I'm gonna get on that this week. I'll design the same logo onto my Bonfire because in Bonfire I only have the Giver Diesel shirts. But I have that logo saved. It'll be easy to create another one. And I'll go back and look at the color you liked. Or if you have a different color, you could always let me know. I know Bonfire doesn't have as much choice in their colors, but they're more reliable. So the wind was a little bit crisp. I did put my hoodie on, the hood of my hoodie, but the sun is on my back and I'm wearing my MT Homestead sweatshirt. It is navy in color, and my back is heating up already. So probably would have been smart to wear mini mitts, but I didn't. This is still... Do you ever get a tracking number? Can you guys hear me again? I forgot to shut off my Wi-Fi again. Beth, I'm sure there is because it went on my Visa. That's how I paid for it. So I just haven't looked into it. But I'll have to do some work on that. I didn't get a confirmation that you guys can hear me yet, though. Is anybody still here? Like a Bo's relaxing on the snow. The timer is going up. Who said, what's the, oh. Yeah, that's odd because I know when Mike from MT was getting t-shirts from Bonfire, he said he had to order a size up because they shrink. Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure if my dog sees something or she's just anticipating that there's something in the distance. But she is barking down the hill. This is probably, well, I guess it would be. My house and this corner right here is the highest point of my property in what I call the front 40. Because if you look off into the distance, it drops down. My neighbors are about 50 feet lower than me. So it's like it was one big sand dune before, or something like that. I'm just looking at, can you guys see this? It's so hard for me to see what I'm focusing on. There is a tiny, tiny footprint there. Not sure who that would have been. And this is a huge drift I'm on because the way I'm standing, I feel like I'm taller than the machinery that's in the drifted snow that's at least waist high. Oh yeah, there's lots of tiny footprints here. I don't know what I have here, maybe a rabbit. But I only see the front paws, I don't really see the back. And I used to have all along here, gosh, I was thinking about it. Every time I start a live, I forget all my words. Those orange berries, sea buckthorn. Some of the plants you can see, they're dead here. I don't know why. Maybe it was a drought one year that killed them all. But for years, I had all those berries. And then it wasn't until maybe 2-3 years ago, I figured out, oh, I can make jam with it. And then after that, we harvested. The next year, they died. Where is it going to snow? Hi, Heather. I hope that if it does snow again, it's just a small, I don't want a snowstorm anymore, is what I'm saying. Last year, we got one in April. Okay, now I know it's not a rabbit because there's his 4 prints. So I don't know what tiny animal is out here. Well, let's keep going. Got a long way to go. Not quite a half mile, but pretty close. And Bo is struggling because he's falling through the snow. Poor guy. You gonna get going, Bo? He's covered in it too because he's kind of rolling through it. Come on, let's go. Well, at least I'll be making a trail today because whatever I break down is gonna harden, just like the dogs walking through here. And then they make a path. I didn't see Budfowls come in, but hello, because I see you guys saying hello. It's easier for me to just react to what you guys say than to scroll back. This is quite the drift here too. I wonder if YouTube is messing up. It says I got 3 people in here. I thought I said hi to more than 3 people. But again, in one of my videos, last time I was doing a live, I said that YouTube analytics was telling me 100% of my viewers were age 65 plus males only. No females watched my previous video. Now this time, I have last Sunday's live. I've got over 500 views. I think I'm up to about 230 watch hours on it. And YouTube is telling me that 100% of my viewers are in the age of 18 to 24. So I'm not sure what happened, but everyone dropped about 50 years of their lives. I guess that just goes to tell you gotta take the analytics with a grain of salt, because you never know if it's true or not. I didn't walk very far, and I am regretting not grabbing some gloves. Or do it the old-fashioned way, and I've tucked my hand into my sweater. Hopefully once I get into the ravine, there's no wind in there. Oh, who said good morning? Hi, Kyle. I think I missed somebody before that. Heather. Hi, Rem. Hi, Phil. Yeah, I have been missing people. So if you see the camera jiggle, it's because I'm going, trying to scroll back to see what I missed. And I use that as an excuse to catch my breath, right? See a lot of these little prints. They're old, but I can still see them on the snow. It is going to take such a long time. Come back in May when I do my live. Some of the snow is still going to be here. Because this is the north side of the bush and it doesn't get sunlight all day. Yeah, who was that? Local travel couple. Yeah, kids will go and watch whatever, but it's best to set it to not for kids because then you won't get in trouble. But if it is, I've seen people that set their stuff for kids and it's not necessarily kid content, although it's not bad content. But when you want to go and give them a compliment, you can't, because if you set it for kids, your comments are shut off. I feel like that game, did you guys ever play this when back in the 80s there was like break the ice or whatever? You had to move your man across the game board, and once you moved him you got to break one of the chunks of ice, which prevented your opponent from getting across the board. I just feel like every time I step, I don't know if I'm going to stay on top of the drift or go down. Oh, and somebody's been traveling back and forth. It's going to be several months before I can break ground on that, building the fence. Oh, this is quite the workout. There's my path. At least it's nice out today. Ooh, I am sinking though in this part. Got a plane going overhead. Can it see it? Oh, I can't see anything when I span to the air. Yeah, but the dog is erratic. He's not going in a straight path. I'll end up walking twice the distance. I don't know if I ever pointed out this area here because you can see trees are growing in everywhere. And there's a blank spot, and then there's trees. The little trees never used to be here, but in this area, I'm guessing it's because I've disturbed it. This is where all my dogs are buried from the beginning of when I lived here. Oh no. I'm wondering, is it's a gentle wind, but still, is it bothering the mic? Because it just got stronger around this corner. Boy, we're gonna need 30-degree weather to melt this snowdrift. Okay, that's good. I don't know exactly. Is it on the front side? Is it on the edges? Don't know where the mic is located. Woo! Caught my snowshoe, went straight up, almost tripped. That's the thing about this, it's not just push your foot forward, it's pick it up and then push forward. It's like a Stairmaster. I just realized I lost Bo. I don't remember if he went ahead of me or not, or cut into the bush. So I should say I called this Sunday Walk for Hours, kind of a play on words, because I'm kind of getting excited. I should be about 1,000 hours left, which I know is a lot, but I could make up some serious ground this week by going live. I am planning on making a couple of videos, but I guess the easiest thing to do is go live. And I am going to do my Monday live. Not like it's my Monday live, but so after, I always watch Robertson Bellyacre at 7, and after them, I'm going to do live, and it will be a night at the races. I know I said I was going to save that for when I am monetized, but I don't have that many stickers right now, so I can give away those and just order some new ones. And so tomorrow evening, I am just going to go live at 8, and I'm just going to keep going until either I get tired or I've got 0 people left in the chat. Because even if there's a couple, it's still giving me hours. Look at how the dog walks on top of the snow so easily. Okay, yeah, Heather, so you're gonna hear this wind until I reach those trees in the distance, because I got no way to shelter it. One of these days, when the snow is gone, instead of walking around the trees, I'll just cut right through the bush and go straight down into the ravine. But when your feet are 3 feet long, it's hard to maneuver through the trees. I feel like this wind might sound awful because it is stronger here. Okay, I've got 3 in front of me and no bow. And maybe he went back to the house. Ooh, boy. So maybe I should have worn a vest today. I'm trying to read that comment. A lesson on getting up on snowshoes. I hope not, Heather. I don't want to be doing a face plant. I am getting winded. Time for a breath. What was I just thinking? Oh, this week I need to get to that fence. Because if these temperatures keep up, the snow is going to melt fast and the horses are going to start checking out the fence line. And usually I drive up with my truck and all the supplies. I'm gonna have to go out with a sled, the calf sled, and pull all my supplies with me. Well, I think Bo went back to the house. He's an old man, though. Probably got tired of falling in the drifts. Oh boy. All right, I just sunk like a foot down and I'm losing my balance. I gotta do this slowly or I'm gonna be in the drift right away. Oh, the dog's found something. She's having a hard time getting through there. How old is Bo? 2011. So he'll be 12 like in May or something like that. We didn't get him till, I think it was September. So if you're 8 weeks old in September, back that up. That's when he was born, May or June. Oh my goodness. I just went right down. You guys are gonna be, hi John, watching the slowest snowshoe today. Because when I fall like that, my legs are starting to tremble, like I'm gonna lose my balance. I don't know if I care about or worried about falling in the snow so much as I don't want this camera in the snow. If I could only be faster though, I could check out what the dogs are after. But they're like a quarter mile away from me. I suppose if I kept walking here all winter, I would have a hardened track. And that is why I'm breaking through so much. Because I haven't walked here in a long time. Again, there's something tiny here. Those are not my dogs. Tiny little paw prints. Never mind Bo being old. I think he was the smart one. Okay, thank you, HT. Just listening for them, but they're getting further and further away. And there we go. What did that look like on your end? This is gonna be tough to get out of because my knee is in front of my foot. Except I don't know what to do because my foot is all the way behind me. I'm like sitting on my knees right now. There you guys go. I brought my foot up front. Never leave home without gloves. Because now, in order to get up, I have to stick my hand in the snow. Except the snow is 2 feet deep. I should just end the live here right now. Sit sideways and bring it in. Okay, this is how I'm sitting now. I am now on my backside. There is like nothing to grab onto. We might go on a different journey here. I can't just put my hands on the ground because there is no ground. It's a false bottom. I could sit here though and catch my breath. Oh, what to do? Wait till the snow solidifies. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe I'll take these things off, because at least my feet won't be 3 feet long. I don't know, but the longer I sit in the snow, the more it's melting, and I'm gonna be soaking wet by the end of this walk. So there's one. Wait for spring. Well, how can you be unladylike? If I try to put my hand in the snowdrift, it goes down 2 feet because I'm sitting on 2 feet of snow. So at least, maybe, now I can use the snowshoe on my hand. And, okay, can you guys see? Or is the sun in the way? I can't see. Let's wait for the gimbal to turn. That is me stepping in the snow. This is where my knee is. The snow top is up here. My knee is right there. Well, now what? I'm thinking, well, if I could walk over to that tree, the tree's got ground showing, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to step on. Hi, Deb. Yeah, I just fell in the snow. I don't know what I was doing. Probably wasn't paying attention. I think I'm gonna put the snowshoes on top of the drift and see if I can get myself back into them. This is sure a workout though. And watch, I'll step in here and I'm gonna slide or something. Sorry if this is boring to watch. All you guys can see is white. Try and get this back on. I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, now the dogs are coming up behind me. Neil, well, I got one shoe strapped in. If the dogs would have been with me, I've done that many times. If I'm on the ground, whether I was sitting or I actually fell, not these dogs, but my dog Cletus, he's a big old boy. He's over 100 pounds. He would come up to me and I use him as a cane, I guess. Would you call him that? To hold on to him while I step up. I suppose I could have called them, but it's not like it was an emergency. All right, oh, I'm not showing you guys. I have stepped into the snowshoe. The other one is on. So you guys went for a run. Where'd you go? There, I am back in. Oh, how many minutes did that take? Well over 5. And we continue. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. At least I have a bottle of water, right? I won't go thirsty, and there's all this snow. I'm thinking, but do I have my phone? Oh, look at the poor boys. I don't know, can you see that? The red, somebody's probably cut a toenail from all this ice that they're breaking through. Well, they're not breaking through so much as charging through it. But I guess if I ever was in trouble, I just shut off the live and phone my daughter, but I don't know what she could do. She'd have to come walking through the snow too. Hi, Goga, you missed my fall. Oh, look, and now you're here. There wasn't much to see, but I did go down on my knees, and the only way to get up was to roll over on my back and get my snowshoes off. Because it is quite the drop. If you're not wearing snowshoes, you're 2 feet down. Let's see if we could see the mess I made. Yeah. So that big spot back there is where I was rolling around in the drift. How is the cloud? It's still sticking out, and you know what? Hey, so I was on Radio Jonesy's live last night, and I mentioned it, and then after that, it seemed like it was bothering me more, and I kept thinking about it. And then I've got like soreness and clicking all the way to my wrist. So, yeah, was that OJ or Deb? Yes, I could have rolled. I could have kept rolling. I could have rolled all the way to the tree, but stepping into the snow and then stepping onto the snowshoes worked. So, Goga, how are you going to get that to me? Are you going to make a video, or are you sending an email? To pay you for your services. Because I was thinking, what did my daughter call it? She calls chiropractors a pseudoscience or something like that. And I don't believe in going to a chiropractor. I had back pain one time, and I went there, and then he hooked me up to some kind of machine. And I don't know. The pain went away, but if I hadn't have gone, would the pain have gone away? You know, time heals. But I think on my health benefits, I could go to a masseuse. I don't know that that would help, but I have physio. And I'm thinking I should make an appointment with my doctor so the physio people could tell me the exercises. But if Goga's got something good going on, I can do that until I go see a doctor. Here's a shot of how deep the snow is. Can you see that plant? That plant is probably about 18 inches tall, under 2 feet, but only the top is peeking out. Because you can see them where there's less snow, they're peeking out more in the distance. What needs to be checked first? But see, Deb, chiropractors aren't covered and physio is. So if it's free, I'm gonna go there. What needs to be checked first? Oh, the clicking and popping? That's awesome, Goga. Oh. Well, this is not advice for anyone, but as soon as, oh man, I just slid down into the drift. I'm still standing though. As soon as I figured out that my clavicle bone was sticking out, you Google things, right? And the first thing that popped up is it may be stretching and strengthening that you need to do, which to me sounds like good advice because I do a lot of odd farm work, as in tug of war with the dogs on a leash, anything to do with the horses, lifting the hay, carrying around feed. The fact that you wear, well, I was wearing a sling purse over my left shoulder. And the thing is, I packed my purse, it must weigh like 5 pounds. And every time I would always put it on, I always get sore afterwards. So the first thing I stopped doing was using my purse. There's no real need for it. If it's in the truck, it's good enough. If I go into the store, I just take the card that I'm paying with. I don't need my ID on me. And if I did need my ID, you just have to go to the vehicle. I do have a big wallet though too, so I could just carry that around. But now that I'm aware of it, the fact is, ever since COVID started, I haven't been exercising properly. And so this is like the first year in maybe a decade that I've actually been exercising. Although you guys can see I'm not making progress very much because I'm stamping the snow down. Because the reason why I fell is I'm stepping on the snow, and once the snowshoe breaks the top that's crusty, it's all fluff underneath, and I ski forward, and that's why I hit the ground with my knees. Was that Neil that said that? I'm having a hard time seeing the bright sun. What? Hi, David. Where is sciatica? Is that your lower back? Is that your... You guys tell me, because I don't know. Yes, Goga, but you know what? Like I heard years ago, when my dad would go to the doctor, the doctor's advice to him was exercise. And he goes, well, I exercise constantly all day because farmers get up and they walk around all day. Who's that? The what? Is it Samonia? Hello? I just have the sun blaring on my phone, so it's hard for me to see the words. So the doctor was telling him, yes, but you're not doing intense exercise. So he got a treadmill and then he walked a lot faster. But yeah, I walk back and forth and I carry a lot of stuff. But the other thing is too, I don't have an excuse not to work out. So it is in your back. Is anyone else buffering? I don't have an excuse not to exercise because my daughter dug out the garage and that's where my bench is for weights. I have a punching bag in there, and I also have a recumbent bike, which is a lot easier to do than... I do have a treadmill in the house. So, and the fact that, I don't know if most of you know, it's not a huge deal. I just found out that I've got celiac disease, which is something I suspected for years. But I also let go of eating healthy over COVID. I don't know why I got so lazy. So now that I know, I've kind of been eating breads here and there. Just because I wasn't confirmed, and I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. And now that I'm tested and I know it's there, I'm gonna get strict on it. And I've been trying to help myself get to my watch hours. So yes, this is Raquel. What did I do? Oh, I used one of my other Gmails to start an account so I could help myself out. And then I thought, long term, this is nothing that's going to happen immediately. I sure am walking slow through here. I want to I have a channel. It's called Kitchen Creations that I dump them into a folder or a playlist. I might just leave those there until the year lapses that I don't have any watch hours counting on them. And of course, I'll have many more videos by then of the horses that my channel won't be affected by them, because I got maybe 100 views on them. With this other email, I call it Recipes with Raquel. And I am not going to teach you how to cook. How many hours? About 1,000, Goga. And, you know, I'd like to do it in this week, but that is a tall order. But even if I could get halfway there, that'd be awesome. And you missed before my last week's live. I've got over 230 hours on it right now, and I haven't been given credit for it yet. I think maybe half came on. So I should have about 100. Well, you got to keep pumping those videos out there, Deb. And you have way more subscribers now, so hopefully that's going to help. So this Recipes with Raquel channel, my plan is I'm not going to be looking for connecting to people like I did on this channel. I am just going to let that channel be, and I will take something that I'm cooking and every ingredient that I can't have, whether it be because I'm a celiac or because I have a thyroid issue, and change it to something that I can eat. So it's going to be a completely niche channel. So I don't expect it to grow, but that's going to be a kind of like a record of what I eat, I guess. And then maybe somebody out there will see the odd one that has the same issues that I have. But it's not going to be for, oh, I want to be the biggest, greatest channel there. Yeah, I have not posted anything in there, and I'm not going to try too hard. But I mean, how easy is it to turn on the camera when you're cooking? Because I got to eat every day. And eating every day from now on is going to be substituting. Like I want to make these cookies. Oh, look at how he falls in there. Oh, that's all right. Listening is good. He got a scent of something and he's just struggling to get through the snow. Where was I in that thought? I do that a lot, I noticed. Something distracts me. You have to eat every day. Oh yeah, I'm not very good at editing. When I do the videos, like the 15-minute videos of the horses, I think I'll have about, could be anywhere from 2 to 5 videos. I might edit out the ums. If the camera panned too fast or it gave an odd angle, I'll click that out. But otherwise, you'll see the whole thing. Like it's pretty, like it could use hours more of editing, but I don't. This is becoming the longest walk. Put the camera back on them, you're gonna lose sight of him. He's just a dot in the distance. It's not chilly. I'm actually sweating. And then that roll around in the snowbank, burning more energy there. Oh, and then I got one over here doing something. Can't see him, but I want to start walking this way. They should catch up to me in the ravine, though. I'm almost to the hill, or the edge of the field, I should say, and then it's all downhill. What is the dog looking at? The dog isn't looking at, well, he caught a scent, so he's following a scent. Who knows what kind of animal it is? But that's what they do. They're hounds, and they catch a scent and follow it. The hell he got is, I smell something. Because if they found something, usually it's in a tree and they're looking up and it's more of a yelp. Like there was one morning where are you walking to and why? I'm going to the back ravine just because I haven't been here in a long time. This is the back of my property. I have 80 acres and I haven't been here in a long time. But this girl here, there was one morning, it was last spring. I don't know why I was out in the morning doing chores or something. And I was going to the house and I could hear her behind the barn and she just wouldn't stop. And it was a different kind of bark, so I figured, well, I better go see what she's barking at. Because you can even tell the difference between when they tree a squirrel to they found a different animal. I am at the back of my property in Canada, pretty much the middle of Canada, Manitoba. I have 80 acres. So, I went to go see what she had because she wasn't stopping barking, and sure enough, she treated a raccoon. And so I had to take care of him because he was maybe 30 feet away from the chicken coop in a tree. And so that is why I was missing chickens. Like, you notice that, hey, I only have 11 chickens now. I used to have 12. So I don't like taking care of things, but I will to protect my livestock. Oh, cool. We're neighbors. Are you on the west side of Ontario or more towards the Toronto? If Heather's still here, she's from Ontario as well. Let's see, what's he doing now? Oh, cool. West of Toronto is Ottawa, north of Toronto. I don't even know my Canadian geography very well. I've never been that way though. I don't travel much. And when I do travel, like I've been to, I'm forgetting the name, Thunder Bay. And that's as far as I've gotten to in Ontario. Otherwise, I've been as far west as Banff. Bob. And Banff is beautiful. Been to Calgary and Edmonton. I've gone to a concert in Lloydminster, which is on the border of Saskatchewan there. And that's about it. I've been south in the US, all the way down to Tennessee, which is where I picked up the mom here. And then I had the boy. And then we had all these puppies, and then the dad died. I don't know what he got, but he went down. He couldn't walk. He was having back pain or something. Oh, look, this dog thinks there's something in the tree. And the doctors gave him, the vet, gave him pain meds, and he was gone. Like in the week, I took him to the vet. By the weekend, he was done. And so that's probably why I didn't sell the puppies, because I was kind of hanging on to him. But I must say, 9 dogs is a lot. I have given up a lot of freedom to have these 9 dogs. There's nothing better than walking outdoors with them, though. Hi, Peter. And Rem, I'm not sure if I said hi to you in South Texas. So I wouldn't change what I've done, but I know for sure I will never own this many dogs again. 2 dogs is enough. Like, unless you're a breeder, which is what I was trying to be, but I wasn't successful at it. But these dogs are great. Oh, sorry, Rem. These dogs are great protection because, not that it would happen, but if a pack of coyotes or wolves were to approach me right now, which would be very difficult in 2 feet of snow, all I would do is stand here because I know the dogs would take care of them. There's not much that I need to do. Although I should walk around with a knife at least, so that I could at least help them out. But you know, it's not going to happen because who goes walking in 2 feet of snow besides me? And you guys will see if you show up for when it's spring or summer and I go for a walk, this walk will be so much faster. Because right now I am banging down all the snow so that I can go forward. So for every step, I'm doing about 3 steps, not moving forward, just up and down with snowshoes. Oh, who said that? Oh yeah. When I had to take my snowshoes off, it was about an inch or two higher than my knee. Although I don't know how long my legs are, but I am 5'7". So I'm not short. My legs aren't short. See, they're even digging in the snow, catching a scent of something here. Probably just rabbits or something small. All right, let's keep going forward here. 2 feet tall, yep. Because when I put my hand down, when I still had my snowshoes on, I put my hand down to try and lift myself up. My hand went down all the way to my shoulder. So, and I'm sure we got that much snow throughout the whole winter, but it melts and stuff. A lot of the snow is this deep here because it's drifted to the forest, if you call that a forest or a bush. Because if I look out this way, when you look downhill, this is towards the neighbor's property, you could see the grass poking out. So if the wind is coming up from the valley, it's blowing all that snow and depositing it right where I'm walking. Well, okay, but yes, I get that about the handgun thing. Aside from falling down in the snow, though, I could be carrying a 22 with me. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe these dogs make me feel overconfident. But even so, maybe it's the way I grew up. Before I got all these dogs and I just had a regular lab, I had about 20 cats, and I used to do winter chores and they would ride around in my jacket hood and stuff. And then they started disappearing, and the coyotes were coming to the yard, especially around where my barn is. And one time I saw them, and my kid was my son. I don't know, he was 11, 12 years old. We went and we got the 22, and we sat behind a square bale trying to shoot at these things. And I don't even know if they were 20 feet away from us, but I'm such a bad shot. So it whizzed past their head and they got spooked and ran away. But yeah, they came right into the yard and took all my cats from me. So then I got this kind of dog, and I had maybe 2 cats left, and they were long, furry, gray-haired ones. Well, he took care of them, and then I didn't have any cats. Because I can remember times when I was driving my tractor and he found a cat and I started screaming at him. I forgot to put the tractor into neutral. I jumped off the tractor to run after the dog. So imagine if you had the camera on in those times. But we have house cats now. And they don't leave the bedroom when the dogs are in the house. And we also built that's the fun thing about having a trailer. I can make it any way I want because it's not a big fancy house. And there's no value in it. So it's kind of like my big fort. I cut a hole in my daughter's bedroom wall, like a 4-inch by 4-inch hole, and put a cat door on it. And then we built a big, what do you call them things? Atrium, maybe? Who's saying hello here? Hi, Iman. If I said that right? So the cats have a little 4x8 area. They can go out, and we put tree branches in there and stuff so they can actually sit up on a branch and they can go on the ground. Right now, one of the cats goes outside. I don't know how long he waits, but he finds mice. He catches them and then he brings them to my daughter. It's kind of funny. But they do have some outdoors, and I don't have to worry about the dogs getting to them. Emmanuel, sorry, can't see good. One thing, I've got an ice buildup. The snow is going under the heel of my boot. It's going in between my boot and the snowshoe. Yeah. Well, but then my dogs would get, if I took my dogs with me, they would get to the coyotes before I did. So I'm getting a big ice chunk building up on my snowshoe. Still sliding. Can't wait to start going downhill. I'm gonna slide all the way down the hill. There's gonna be like a 10-hour live just to try and get across my property. How long have I been going? 60 minutes and I'm not even to my destination or the furthest point. This is crazy. I'm doing a lot of talking, but basically bulldozing a road across my field. Go, I'm walking so slow. See if I can show it to you guys. This is what I'm having to do. Let's see. So I'm picking my foot up and it goes in the snow, but if I step into that, it's gonna slide. So I have to hit it down and then it's buried. Then I gotta repeat. Oh, I spell things wrong all the time. So, while I am only going a certain distance, it's like I've traveled twice the distance for stepping twice. Anything to make it seem like I exercised, right? Who said that, Heather? Yes, Goga, my snowshoes are about 3 feet long and they're not even the longest ones I own. Because I have the old ones that are made from guts and wood. They're the classic ones. Actually, this phone, so it's not cold. So the cold isn't draining the battery. On my other phone, I'd be lucky that it lasted the hour. I'd end the hour and then I'd have like 23% or something like that. I did an hour on this phone, and when I got to the house, it was still at 75%. So I did start the live at 100%. It is a brand new phone, so the battery's really good. So as long as when I fall, I lift my arm up, I'm good. So, I was always thinking that I would like to make it a 2-hour live, but I will be overlapping MT. But yeah, no worries if you wanted to go over there at 2. I'm going to be there too, or as well, but I just might be late. Because right now, if it took me an hour to walk this far, although I am talking a lot, it's going to take me an hour to walk back. That doesn't sound too good. There's way too much snow. What does it say? White live? Yeah. That's what I'm always thinking is like, aren't people getting sick of seeing the snow? Because that's all I have to offer right now. But if you are connected to Secret Blackburn, mind you, he goes to different places all the time. I always enjoy watching his lives. And then even if he just sits there and puts it on a waterfall, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I love that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of person who bought the washing machine with the clear door so you could sit and watch it go round and around. Yeah, rim. And you know what? That's what I was saying on another live. I think it was my last one yesterday. It's like once it's 6 months, It's like, okay, give us a break in the season. Give us something different. But I would rather have these warm, nice days because they're not stressful like the icy, stormy days. It's funny, on my hoodie I packed a horse brush in case I got to the horses. I would sit there and brush them. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Oh, okay. So this snow has got to be a little bit less deep because the plants are sticking out. I can feel the wind on me. Oh, okay, I haven't fallen yet, but I slid forward in the snow. And I don't know what my next step is because I'm going to be thrown off balance. Did I say I can feel the wind picking up on this hill? I don't know if there was something on the ground that made me go funny. Why is he lucky? True, Peter. My dogs seem to have abandoned me. No, I got one. See, even he's fallen in it. That's where I almost fell over. Just looking around to see if there was wildlife, but if I make so much noise, there wouldn't be. Oh, that was a slide. Boy, oh boy, did I ever get paid back for the title I made on this live. Walk for hours. Can you guys tell I'm gonna head downhill right away? So there's a 80-foot difference from where I'm standing to the bottom of the ravine that the camera can't even see right now. And I know the wind is on the phone right now too. But as soon as I get around these little trees, I'll start heading in that direction. And the gimbal holds the phone level, so then you can see the slant on the hill. Are you guys hearing my struggle with the snowshoes? Because I know it doesn't look like I move very much. No, I'm kind of going in a loop. So I kind of went on the north side of my property. This is the back of my property. You can see. I don't know if you guys can see the tower in the distance. That tower is like a phone tower. It's like at least half a mile away. And so the beginning of the ravine is mine. And what you can see with all the trees, except for the very beginning ones, but the ones that are far away, those are all my neighbors. That's his property already. So there, I will walk through the bottom of this ravine, and I will come up back to where, I don't know if you guys can see it anymore, the cottonwood tree in the distance, behind the pine tree, which I kind of have in the center of the screen. I will come up there and walk up through my horses. Just in case there's any viewers who show up because they like my horses. I usually end by going to see them. And that's why I have a horse brush packed, because I haven't brushed out Jack at all yet. I'd like to see if he's shedding. But we'll see how long it takes me. This is a very slow walk today. And I'm not young and nimble anymore. Hi, YouTube world. This is a lot less here. Less snow, but it's because it's on the hill and it's been blown off. So much easier walking through this. This is almost like roller skating through here. It's so easy. I'm still walking sideways down. Maybe I should hold it like this so you guys can see the hill. Because I keep pointing it because I'm watching my feet. And you can see the slant to the hill as I go down it. I tell you, the best part about these snowshoes are the claws that they have underneath my foot. I'm hitting deep snow. Let's just look at the scenery. What did Goga say? So you can see I almost used to drive the truck through that little area. I have to come and trim it out because I don't want the trees growing thick in there. I'd still like the option to use it as a trail, or I have no reason to drive out here, but if I wanted to, I could, because the ravine that I'm going to walk through, when I first moved here like 17 years ago, I could drive there with my truck, and now I can't. You know, maybe one day I will be able to again, but I'm going to have to clear out a lot of brush. There's the hill I just came down. Yeah, Goga, you could pretty much sit anywhere here and do your yoga. Just you and the birds and the trees. The occasional coyote come to see you. The worst is when I pick up the snowshoe and the front of it gets stuck on the snow. You can see I'm getting lower and lower on the hill. Dark? What looks dark? Is my camera failing? I can't see very well because the sun is shining. Everything's white, so it gets reflected on me. I do have my shades on. What's dark? Oh, are you talking about me seeing, well, coyotes are part of nature. Is that what you meant by dark? Oh, it looks dark. I don't know what you're talking about. The forest, there's no tree leaves right now. That's why it looks dark. Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. Is it because the sun is too much on my camera? Somebody's flying around somewhere. It's hard to pan because then I lose my bearings and get dizzy. Oh, the trees. Well, yeah, because they haven't budded yet. So you're looking at a bunch of oak trees that are dense. Like I said, if you watch me go walking in about 3 months, it'll be totally different scenery. You might see the odd snowdrift left, but when this snow melts, it's gonna start draining from the field at the end of this ravine, and it comes all the way through here past these trees that are really tall here. It's all boggy in this area, and I have tried to search for my property line because there's a fence line there, and when I stepped with my rubber boot, which is 3/4 of my leg up to my calf, I was like half an inch from going under. So I backed out of there because bog is like quicksand. And so I never did get to discover where the property line is, other than I know it's somewhere in the middle of this area here. But it's boggy area is no use for me. The horses aren't going to pasture in there because they're not going to enter it. But yeah, all this area I'm walking through would be good to fence off for the stud and the mares. Could have grass pasture here. And then let's see if I could show you. So this is basically holding the camera level. And that's the hill I just came down. Did MT come in? Hi, Mike. I was telling everyone I'm going to go to your live, but I might be a little bit late because it's taking me forever to walk through my property. I wanted to go for maybe 2 hours, but took me an hour to get to the top of the hill. Although there was a 5-minute struggle and a snowdrift. Oh, I'm crossing my fingers. This is going to be easier to walk through here. Still deep snow. If only you were like a 10-pound weasel. Just skirt along the top of the snowdrift. All right, I think I need to tilt up a bit more. That's the wrong way. Gosh, I'm at 80 minutes already. Goodness. I can do this. So I can't see the clock. What is the actual time right now? Like how much time before 2 o'clock? It's 1:30. Woo boy. Well, I'm glad that I tried to do this on a day like today where it's warm, rather than these days when it was windy. Like the past couple of weeks, I just sat and fed the horses. Because this has been the workout. No, it doesn't look like much, but I've been huffing and puffing. Is Goga still here? There's your dark trees. So it just looks so dark because you got so many oak trees. And then I'm pretty sure these are maples and poplars. But look at all the deadfall that I could be making fires out here. So I am about 3 or 4 feet higher where I am right now, where I'm pointing, than this area here. And that's where all the water from the field will come into here. And this will be a huge, it almost looks like a lake, but it's just a big puddle as it drains further into that boggy area. Oh, and these trees, what are these things? Look at those spikes. I am definitely coming back one day and I'm cutting all of these down. And the reason I wouldn't have noticed them before is because in the winter I was wearing a jacket. But right now, they're poking right through my sweater and it hurts. But I can still see, even though it's been snowed on, the path we took where the snow is depressed. This seems a little bit faster in here. Let's see, nothing growing on the tree yet. Well, maybe. Is it gonna focus? Nope. I don't know what kind of shot you guys had there. Had to lean on the tree to get over it. I'm just looking at the time. So Heather, help me out here. Does that mean if I went 2 hours, I would run 6 minutes after 2 o'clock? Whew. I believe so. Okay, good. Well, I'm pretty confident that I'll be back at the horses in 30 minutes for sure. I think the worst of the walk was behind me. This is very, because there's no wind here, it's very slushy. Let's see. Can I make good snowballs? Not bad. The only thing about it is if you get snow on your snowshoe, it doesn't fall off. So then you're carrying more weight. definitely easier to get through here than what I did. There's my path behind me. It's pretty smooth sailing. So, Goga, this is where one year I decided to try my hand at hunting, and I wasn't successful, but I would park myself, like I would just sit under a tree on this side. And then, is Goga even here to listen to my story? Oh yeah, he's here. So I would park myself under a tree here, and I didn't have any dogs with me because they were all closed up in the house. And I just sat and I watched. And in the distance, I could see a coyote coming up this hill. He was following a scent, and I just watched him. It was kind of cool. It was cool to know, and the wind was blowing in the opposite direction, so he wouldn't be able to smell me. So it was cool to just be a fly on the wall and be able to watch nature undisturbed and know that it's right in my backyard. Back 40 anyway. Okay, so if I hold the camera like this, this is straight in front of me. I know I've done this before. And then there's the top of the ravine there. That is at the top of this hill where I fell down. I don't know if that was a tree creaking or I heard something. When you actually think of it right now, I'm noisy though. I would scare anything away. But my dogs have abandoned me. Heather's still here, right? Heather, give a thumbs up if you're still here, because I saw you said we'd be 6 minutes late. I just want to know, it's a Bigfoot. Right. You know what my theory is on Bigfoot? Somebody saw a bear standing on his hind legs one time, and they said, oh, it's a Bigfoot. Because those things can be like 10 feet tall when they stand up. Still here. Heather, can I make you my super mod? Are you okay with that? Have you heard what those are? 21 minutes to go. Okay, I want to be out of this ravine in 10 minutes. Wait, 21 minutes to go. That would be... Yeah, oh my goodness. I talk too much. Yes and no. You don't know what a super mod is? Like as in yes, you're willing, and no, you don't know what it is? Is that... I shouldn't have asked two questions at once. Oh, is this the dogs? Just seems kind of odd. What did she say? A super mod is a mod that could have control over any other mod that I have. So if I made mods... Oh, okay. So if I made a bunch of mods and said, okay, we don't have to drop links, you guys can all connect because you're all blue. If one of those mods got out of line, you could still put them in timeout because you would have control over all the mods. Because tomorrow night I was thinking that I might do that for this week. Just because I'm trying to go live so much and just get as much hours as I can while I'm off. I don't know why I'm being impatient, but I guess it's fun to do it. Because really, I wouldn't start losing a lot of hours until end of June, beginning of August. I don't know, I guess you kind of give yourself a challenge, like how fast can I get it done? And tomorrow night I'm gonna run the races. So as everyone comes in, I'm probably just gonna give them a jacket. Now I'm getting really hot here. Whew. And you can see, sorry, that pan fast. You can see the brown patches because this side of the ravine is getting sun until it goes down. So I can see bare ground a lot here. And then after this weekend is over, I'm just gonna go back to the mods that I left. I think I left Sheena in there, and there might be one other person that's a creator, but the creators, or the mods that I kept, were the people who don't create. Just because I figure if you're a creator, you have enough responsibility. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now. I just know that if I can get to the horses, oh, the dogs didn't leave me. I can see one in the distance there. But if I can get to the horses, all I have to do is jump on one of their paths and it'll be trodden down and I won't have to wear snowshoes anymore. Oh, and I'm looking at that steep hill that I gotta go up in the distance. I could see myself doing a face plant over there. It'd be cool to figure out a way to attach a camera onto the dogs. I would have to get a waterproof case around it, but I do have another phone and I could go live on StreamYard and put both of my accounts up and just let the dog go. But I mean, it would have to be secured tightly because I would lose it. That might be fun to watch though. Yeah, I just called it a super mod because I don't know. I didn't even look into it. I've just seen a quick statement about it somewhere. I don't know, my crowd's pretty good though. I haven't really had to deal with a lot, but then I don't remember. You would, because you're the one who's taking care of it all the time. Oh, look at the grasses peeking out. Spring is coming. Oh, lose my focus and I went off trail and almost fell again. Do you guys wonder what's happening when you see like blue sky every time? Or I don't know, maybe I'm panning to the ground. I am getting winded for sure. There's all my birch trees. I missed that message. I'll have to check it out once I'm off the live, Heather. I was looking down and then I looked up and I saw and it popped away. You're just sending me a friendly reminder maybe? Oh, I know when this is over. Oh, thank you. When this is over, I'm making something hot to drink and I'm gonna curl up in my bed and turn on Empty Homestead because this is exhausting me. This is what happens when you choose not to exercise and then you overdo it. And it's not just walking, it's the, what do you call it? It's like resistance training with the snowshoes and the weight of the snow. I don't know who's been in there. Dog's checking something out maybe. But yeah, so if you look at the center of the screen right now, kind of how the white slopes down, that is where all the melt comes. The water flows down, and that is how this is created, because it washed out this area, and then it keeps flowing all the way down. And it is even carried, there's some kind of flower at the end of the field. I'll have to identify it in summer. It looks like a sunflower, or a daisy, I should say. It looks like a yellow daisy, but it's some type of sunflower name in it, not the kind of sunflower you're thinking. And it has carried those seeds all the way down here, and somewhere in the middle of the bush, there's tons of them, because the first vlog I ever did, I found them. So I'm gonna go back there this summer and find them. I also want to get seeds, and I want to try and plant them all around the house, because I'm tired of buying annuals and then they die, and these seeds are free and I like them. I'm gonna try and only grow perennials this year, because I had some lily perennials growing around the house, but the drought year killed them all. So I might not have much time with the horses, but I'm almost back. I just got to conquer this hill. And I'm not going to keep following this dog path, because can you see? They pretty much went vertical into that drift, which is on the right side of the oak tree here. And this oak tree was just a little sapling when I moved here, because we used to go tobogganing down this hill with the kids. But yeah, I pretty much got to go straight up. And I'm at the cottonwood tree. So I'm going to try and sidestep my way up. Again, I'd be using my snowshoes like skis if it weren't for the grips. No, they're not black-eyed Susans. I have those growing in the pasture. I'll just have to wait to show you. I do love black-eyed Susans though. And they look very similar, but they're not them. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to be crawling on my knees right away, because there's even this right at the top there. I just can't see stepping on top of it. But it's nice, I can see dirt. This is awesome. Black-eyed Susans do. These ones grow in clumps along the edge of forests, and they could grow to like 4 feet tall. When it's spring or summer and they're growing, I'm going to take you guys out there and show you. Or maybe I'll make a video on it so I could use my Picture This app. Because a black-eyed Susan has more of a cone center, and these ones are more flat like a daisy. Like, there's an edge to this drift. That's why I'm saying I'm probably going to have to get on my knees. It's so hard for you guys to see. Yeah, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get over this drift. if I could just fall and grab the poplar maybe. I'll leave you guys on a cliffhanger as I tumble down. No, I don't. But my parents, I grew up on a quarter section that had a place we called Crocus Hill because it was a hill and it grew crocuses. I'm kind of stuck right now. I don't know what to do. I'm at least on a 45-degree angle with my snowshoes, and I gotta walk up this drift, and I'm starting to slip. Not good. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Excuse me while I ignore you guys, because I don't know what to do here. Oh, is Trumpet Master here? So I am clawing at the snowdrift with my hand right now because I'm trying to get over this vertical hill. Who's saying that? I can't see the name. Yeah, the sun is too bright, but here is what, I don't even know if you guys can tell. I don't know, it's pretty much a straight drop, and it's just a funny snowdrift to get over. And if I was 10 years old, I would have been running right through it, but I'm not. I'm an old lady. Oh, I just don't want to fall over backwards. There we go. I am clear of it. So, that's what I just came from. And so you don't know, you're looking at, it goes straight down. Oh, you can? Oh, good. All right. I'm at the Cottonwood tree, home free. And I know he's not here, but Al kept saying he was eyeing up this limb that fell off the cottonwood tree. Well, it's an actual whole tree that fell over. But I will have to make a big bonfire out of it one day. What are we at now? 104. So I got 16 minutes, right? Because I want to go to 2 hours. I think that's enough time to get to the horses, see them for a couple minutes. But yeah, this thing has been dead for years, and it finally fell over, so 5 minutes. 2 hours is 60 twice. I've got 104. Or do you mean it's 5 minutes to 2 o'clock? Who's saying afternoon? Down with it. Hello. 5 till 2, yeah. Yeah, and that's okay if everyone has to go see MT. I'm still gonna, I'll probably just pet on the horses for several minutes. Gotta cross the fence now. And over. All right, this is gonna be much easier walking in here. I think this is a dog path that I'm on. Are you guys getting some wind on the mic? I'm sticking to the dog path because I don't want to deal with sinking in the snow anymore. No sun's good, no wind good. Hey, who's this? Hi, Sandra. I didn't say hi to you. I've been watching my feet a lot because I did go for a spill already. Maybe I could pan up, point it towards the horses. There we go. As my arm gets tired, I point the camera lower and lower. Oh, I can see, you guys can't, but Jack is already DW. Jack is laying down. They must be soaking up the sun because I saw his head go up because he can sense me now, hear me or whatever. A big snow shot again. Awesome. Just reading that last comment on the likes. Actually, I see 30 on my side. That's all I could see in the top hand corner is the time. The 14 people, and it says 30 likes. And the snow has melted here because the hay is poking through where I fed them all the square bales. Ooh, I think I may be sinking in this area. Doesn't look like many people have walked across here. No, it's pretty nice. No sinking yet. But I'm going to follow where the horses went. What was that? Oh, thank you, Deb. I keep trying to lift the camera up so you're not looking at snow, and every time I do, my arm gets heavier. Okay, Sandra, thank you for coming in. You guys all head over to MT. I'm going to be there right away. As soon as I hit 120, I'm going to cut this off. I'll be at the horses, combing them out a bit. I don't know why, but I just like those round numbers. Oh. I'll point this out as I walk past it. Any guesses on what the black thing in the snow is? Thank you, Heather. What's your guess at what it is? In all these years, I've never moved it here, from here. When I first came here, this was fenced off, but there was a whole bunch of garbage here that I cleared out to make it safer for the horses. So there was like old transformer, like those glass, I don't know what they call them, but the glass things that used to be on like hydro lines or telephone lines, I have no idea. Anyway, there was a lot of junk. I know my trailer hitch is still in this bush here somewhere. And this fence I need to take down because I had it up for the goats. I don't have goats anymore. And that shelter is rotted out. I'll be taking that down. The posts will still be good because they're treated posts. But the OSB was just garbage anyway. But I haven't had goats in years. But this is the one thing that I haven't removed because it weighs a ton. And it is a clawfoot tub. Although I don't have the feet for it anymore. Well, look, it says Toronto, Canada on it. I don't know if that's coming out clear. August 12th, 43. So that's a pretty old tub. But I don't, like it, the inside might have a couple of spots where it's not white. But if it stays here, the only thing that's getting rust is the outside, not the inside. And I don't want to move it to the yard and make, oh, there they are. They're looking at me now. Like, what are you doing? Like, I've seen people make flower beds out of them and stuff, and I don't want to wreck it that way. I don't know. OJ, it would, if it was out here and my house is on the other side of this bush, he would have been hauling water a long way unless he drove it with his tractor. But then you would have to, like, the drain is still hooked up to it. Who knows? Anyway, I haven't found out what I want to do with it, so I just keep it here because it's really heavy. But I did find it's in my yard, maybe I could show it one day, a little, I think it's a potato plow. It was sitting in the bush here, so I took it to the yard, and it's kind of like a yard ornament. And now every time I have to mow the lawn, I have to move it because it just looks horrible with grass growing around it. Yeah, chicken beak. I don't know if I would go through all that hassle though. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. I know behind my trailer we cleared out trees, and I was at Walmart the other day and I found a like a garden mushroom statue, and I bought a little gnome. I want to put some raised flower beds back there and kind of have it like a, I don't know what it's going to look like. It's going to look more wild than that, but I had this like Alice in Wonderland kind of garden theme. But, you know, it's not going to look that nice. It'll look like a wild version of it, I guess. They're trying to meet me, but the snow's too deep. And they're sinking. So they stopped approaching me. And again, my snowshoes are going to spook them. Oh, he's coming. This is where it gets dangerous though, because if they spook, I can't jump out of the way because my feet are so long. That's what I mean. It's best to spook them now so I don't get caught in between them. You don't like my snowshoes, eh? Well, they do look pretty while they run away. I remember one year I was trying to get good pictures of the horses. So I stood here with my good camera, which I don't have a battery for anymore, but I do have a Canon. And I made my daughter, my poor daughter, was like 10 or 12 years old, and she was just running back and forth in the pasture trying to chase the horses. What are you doing there? I got 5 minutes. I know that, Heather. Yes, insulators. Uh-oh, Jack, you're too close. He just comes straight up to me. You guys will witness me getting hurt. Jack, you could have waited till I got over there, because I came. Yeah, but there's no feet for this chicken beak, so that's one thing I like about Jack is, oh, he's almost on top of me here, but you can pet him anywhere because he is trained. And he's trying to tell me his chin is itchy. But I hope this is just some kind of dust allergies. He's wheezing a bit. I hope as spring comes it clears up for him. But let's see if I get petting on him here, or scratching him. I brought just a little comb. It's good enough to take some hair off. Oh, there's nothing I love more than the smell of horses coming out when you comb them. I think it's kind of like how you grew up, right? You get conditioned to like the things that you're around, unless you had a horrible childhood, I guess. Oh, I don't like this because just because of the snowshoes I have on. I'd feel safe if I didn't have them on. But I'm standing on a snowdrift. Jack is lower than me, and Ty's approaching from behind. Oh, and then of course Puppy comes. Hey, you. You could see my shadow on the snow. Oh, I'm going to be covered in horsehair by the time I walk into the house too. Jack is loving this though. He's just sitting there with his head down, ears pointed towards me. What are we at? Oh, only 2 minutes to go. Well, maybe I'm going to walk away from these guys. Be in a position where I can take my shoes off by the time I say goodbye. Cautiously walk away, not to spook these guys. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. People say, yeah, it looks cold because you see the snow, but really, like I've got my hood on. Don't run over me. I don't know what he wants. I'm warm. Of course, I was exercising. It doesn't take me much to start sweating. No, I do not have cookies on me, Jack. All right, you guys get going. The only reason I'm chasing them away so much is because I have the snowshoes on. Otherwise, I would welcome them to be in my space. Yeah, it definitely wants a cookie. So yeah, I only stuck around in the yard yesterday, so I wasn't out to see if there was a wind. I just hung out with Casey and Rip. But definitely a nice warm day today. And look how fast it melts, because this is like the south facing. Oh, missing it. Just give it a good roll to shed some, eh? Scratch his back. Yeah, that's one of those conversations. I forgot what I was saying. The south-facing side, so it melts the fastest. I think that's what I was trying to say. All right, I hit my 120. So I may see you guys, whoever's left, and it says 11 people. So maybe I'll see you over at MT Homestead. Thank you for sticking around and watching me go on my walk, even though I fell and was rolling around in the snow. And if you're interested, I am going live tomorrow night. I am doing a night at the races. So I'm going to figure out some way. I'm going to give away my stickers tomorrow night. So maybe we'll see you there. I'll be on at 8 p.m. Central Time. So thanks again for coming in, and we'll see you next time.